Hello guys, and we are back here with another predictions video, this time for Extreme Rules, and this time we only have Dave Scott here, so say hi Dave.
What's up, guys?
And we are going to be, of course, predicting the 2015 Extreme Rules event with no actual Extreme Rules match on the card, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's bumming to say the least.
Yeah, and so we start off with the Kickoff Show, which is the tag team championships are on the line, in which we have the New Day, Big E and Kofi apparently, facing off against Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. What do you think?
Now people might come back on me being racist and all that, but I do hope that they keep it on Ken Cesaro, and I do think they will. And it's not because I have anything against the New Day and whatnot. It's just the crowd seems to be really against the New Day and really high on Ken and Cesaro. So I think if creative is smart in any way, that they will have Cesaro and Kid keep the belts. Plus, they just won it, so I mean, give them a long reign.
Yeah, I definitely have Cesaro and Kidd winning because they're definitely the best tag team in WWE right now, and they're probably two of the better singles wrestlers in a tag team combined. And it's nothing against the New Day, but I mean their gimmick just isn't working. I'm really hoping they turn heel soon, which I have heard rumors on the dirt sheets that they may be doing a double turn here, considering the New Day is getting all kinds of heel heat, and Cesaro and Kidd, of course, being the great wrestlers that they are, getting cheered by the fans.
But apparently, since on one episode, I think it was like main event or superstars or something. Apparently, uh, it was maybe I think it was Woods and Big E, and Kofi did some kind of weird interference to get the New Day the win. So apparently, that was noted on the wiki that that was their heel turn. So they might be considered heels. They might be considered
I
tweeners.
I
Whatnot.
don't know because I thought like 2 weeks ago is when they turned heel when like after the WrestleMania thing with the whole New Day sucks thing. And then I was like, Xavier was like pounding on the thing and acting weird, and they all acted weird about it. And it seemed like they turned heel against the Lucha Dragons a few weeks ago. I and picked up a win, and then of course they're kind of using heelish tactics now, picking up the Intercontinental title. I mean, not the Intercontinental title, dang it, but the number one contendership.
Right, right.
And an interesting fact here, there are because at this point I'm still considering Cesaro and Tyson Kidd heels and the New Day heels, even though they should be faces. But there's two heel v heel matches on this card, which would not go down well in TEW.
It would not at all. The other being Nikki Bella and Naomi. So that's the pre-show, guys. And kicking us off on the main show is a Chicago street fight, which was added at like the last minute. It's a random feud out of nowhere. Dean Ambrose is gonna face Luke Harper. Ben, who do you got for this one?
Well, first off, this is gonna tear the house down because you know this. Most of these guys are gonna go. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Cannot. This is gonna steal the show. Cannot wait for it. I have Dean Ambrose. He desperately needs a win. Luke's, of course, going to be looking strong. TEW terms, as we kind of did towards the end of last prediction video. But yeah, Dean has to win this. Left early in the title ladder match at Mania. Hasn't really been seen much since the U.S. title match he had with Cena, which was pretty good, except for a botch, really. But Dean needs the win here. And you?
And I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna say Ambrose to win this one, and it's one of those matches where you're feeling like this is the kind of match that they give the babyface a win to. One, because Harper is not a monster heel, and if he was a monster, which I wish he was, don't get me wrong, but if he's not really a monster heel yet, and Ambrose is super over with the fans, they definitely are gonna give Ambrose the win here because one is a street fight, and I'm not saying anything bad to Harper, but that's Ambrose's specialty, really. So he's
Yeah.
like the brawler kind of guy. So if in taking it all into consideration, Ambrose is probably the favorite to win here. I really do like Harper, so I'm kind of hoping that he might pull, a surprise win. But Ambrose, I say for this one.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, they're both going to be great. This feud, if they continue with it, has the potential to be an epic feud, especially if they do all these kinds of gimmick matches with no DQs and all that. It's going to be fantastic. If,
Awesome.
if they continue this feud, I kind of want to see like a Backwoods Brawl type match where they pre-tape it, of course, for something, and they pre-tape part of it where they start back in the woods, and then they do kind of like the whole Goldust Roddy Piper thing where they chase each other down in cars and they end up fighting in the arena and finishing the match there. That that would be great.
I would. I'd like to see that now that you mention it.
And the next match, if I may, we have the Divas title match between Nikki Bella and Naomi. Who do you have here?
I have Nikki and I'm wanting Nikki, mainly because AJ retired and then they wrote off Paige. That eliminates my two favorite divas from the Divas division, for right now. So I could absolutely care less about this match. So I just want Nikki to win and go over here because she's the best of the worst for the two.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, from what I've read on the dirt sheets again, they were planning on having AJ turn on Paige soon before she retired, and the reason they have Naomi, so like Paige gets written off to go film that movie that she's doing, and they had Naomi do that instead. But now they've pretty much killed their entire face Divas division, considering they really only had Paige, AJ, and Naomi as definite faces. Well, Natalia too, although she's kind of a heel with the Cesaro and Kid, but yeah, they killed their entire face division with no AJ, no Paige, and now no Naomi in the face. Who do you have for a face diva?
The makings of a next face diva. I mean, I'm high on Summer, but I mean, she's
She
obviously the thing with Mizdow. She's definitely a
yeah,
heel.
she
I
just
can't
turned
really
heel.
see her being a big face because she's so much better. But if they were gonna try and make somebody into the next face, probably somebody like Bailey or Sasha, maybe.
Sasha's the NXT Women's Champion, so I see her staying down there for a while. I could see Charlotte coming up soon.
I think Charlotte's better as a heel though, and I'm not obviously a big fan of Charlotte, and because it's not that I think she's great in the ring. She just reminds me too much of Flair when I look at her.
Yeah, I mean that really takes away the sex appeal part of the divas, but other than that, she's a fantastic wrestler. If you've seen the divas match she put on with Sasha and the Fatal 4-Way match, great
Yeah,
matches. The women
definitely.
are tearing it up in NXT. But
And meanwhile, you have the dancing the heel who still has a TNA wrestler's music, and you have the diva who pretty much wasn't considered a threat for years and now gets pushed into the title picture because you have nobody else.
yeah, and the worst part is you have it heel versus heel too.
Right. So moving on from that, the next match on the card is a Kiss Me Arse match. Is Dolph Ziggler versus the newly spiked-haired Sheamus. Who do you got for this one, man?
I hate to say, but Sheamus has to win this match. He just came back. I don't see any way Ziggler wins. You got to give Sheamus some momentum here.
I definitely agree. And now, is the Kiss Me Arse match the same as just a regular kind of that match? So are you supposed is that is just a regular match and then you kiss something down there after?
I would assume so, considering they. I mean, that's really all the hype it is. Just a kiss me arse match. It's not anything like. He's never announced anything like no disqualifications or anything. So I'm assuming it's a one-on-one match. I see Sheamus getting a tainted victory.
Yeah,
TWT.
I could see that. I'll say Sheamus to go over clean on this one. And this, I have to say, they always have some kind of weird stipulation at Extreme Rules, and this is almost as bad as the WLC match last year.
What do you mean almost as bad? The WLC match was amazing.
Well, the match was good. It's just
The build-up
midget
was
comedy
terrible.
is not supposed to be, in a wrestling sport. I mean, the fact that I agree the match was good given who was involved and all that, but I
It,
mean, the fact that you take in one of the most, prestigious matches in a TLC match and high risk, all that, and just turning it into something comedic, I don't like that at all.
I I mean I understand where you're coming from, but I absolutely loved everything about it. Like it was because I watched Hulk Hogan's midget championship wrestling thing, so to see some of the people like Short Sleeve Samson over there acting as Jerry Lawler, I loved it. Plus, I mean Hornswoggle and Torito, that I did not expect that to be as good as it was, but I just really enjoyed it.
But don't you think that they could have come up with a better stipulation than a Kiss Me Arse match for two of the best guys, Dolph and Sheamus? Like they could have like a tables match or a ladder match or something better than this. This is just I can't even.
They could have, but I just don't really know where they're going with Sheamus at this point. So, and the next match, of course, would be Roman Reigns versus The Big Show in a last man standing match. So, who do you have here?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Roman. I feel like I've been going with the obvious here for all that, and they're gonna pull a surprise here. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Roman on this one just because how high they are on him and how they made him lose at the grandest stage of them all after so much build up. And Big Show is like almost 50 now, and the reason they have him in a last man standing match is because they can, go over the arena. It's not based on wrestling, because Big Show right now is just a bad wrestler. He's decreased
Yeah.
so much, so he needs to put Roman over. No matter how much you dislike Roman, you have to go with Roman winning this one.
Yeah, Roman definitely wins, especially after what happens on SmackDown, in which Roman pins.
Wait, we go. Spoiler alert,
Oh
people.
yeah,
Mute the
spoiler
video if
alert!
you don't want
Spoiler alert!
spoilers.
Spoiler alert! Mute this if you don't want this here. Roman Reigns pins Seth Rollins clean in a tag
Disgraceful. Disgraceful.
match. We won't have him beat Brock as a champion, but we'll have him beat our new champion Seth Rollins. I mean, so
That shows how much and if they actually have Big Show beat the guy who beat the champion, that doesn't make
yeah,
sense at all.
there's no
TW
way.
would penalize the crap out of that.
There's no way Roman loses this match.
No, it's done and done. It's nothing else to
Yes.
be said.
So
So the next match, moving on, is let me show next. Skip. All right, I'm not skipping. It is a match that could happen. It could not happen due to the status of Daniel Bryan. It is a singles match. It's surprise for the Intercontinental Championship. Bryan's the champion versus Barrett. It could happen. It could not. What do you think?
Well, what I'm seeing here is it says it's an Extreme Rules Intercontinental Championship match, but
Oh, I see singles on Wikipedia.
oh, you're on Wikipedia. I'm on WWE.com. Okay,
Okay.
so next, well, not next. I have. It's hard because I want Bryan to win. I desperately, because Bryan's just one of the best wrestlers in the world and still over with the crowd. It's just his health concerns that is making me weigh a bit towards Barrett. And there's nothing wrong with Barrett as a champion. It's just they gave Bryan the belt to elevate it, giving a main eventer the belt to elevate it to that area where it should be. And it seems like a step back going to Barrett. But with the health concerns, if Bryan can't wrestle, it's obviously going to Barrett via forfeit. And I still think Barrett might win because of the issues with Bryan and all that. Sad to say.
Now, if this was, excuse me, if this was a definite match, Bryan versus Barrett, no health concerns, no nothing, just an Extreme Rules match or whatever you said it was.
Bryan.
Yeah, I definitely go with Bryan to win because Bryan's a lot more than Barrett, like you said. They're trying to get the IC belt to main event prestige and all that, but due to the fact that Bryan might not wrestle, I still think Bryan might show up just because how he wants to fight and all that, and he's been out for well over a year. And it's been, I don't know. I feel like he might still show up, but they might pull a move put it on Barrett. It's just to get it to a champion who's not going to get injured. And I don't have a problem with Barrett. I like Barrett as a competitor and all that. But the fact that he's had like 50 Intercontinental title reigns, I don't like. Why not give it to somebody like Neville or something? That would be the better move if you were going to do something like that. But my official prediction, I think that they might have Bryan retain this, no matter if he shows up or whatnot.
Yeah. Speaking about Neville, just going off track a bit, how have you liked how he's been shown on the main roster so far?
He's got pyro. That's all I care about. No, in all honesty, he's been a great wrestler. My favorite match of all time involved him. It was the Fatal 4-Way and NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way. It was him, Sammy, Breeze, and Kid for the NXT title, and I absolutely loved that.
Such a great match, and I absolutely love how they're bringing him onto the main roster. They're having him. He's only won. He has only won one match that I've watched. I don't really watch SmackDown, and I apologize for people watching the video because I've kind of messed up a bit by clicking on the Intercontinental thing. But sorry, but yeah, I love how they're bringing Neville up. He's only had one win that I've watched, which was against
Curtis Axel.
yes, and the other matches have been great matches against Dolph, against Seth,
Sheamus.
against Sheamus. Great matches. They make him look strong. It just looks great. Also, apparently the poster for Extreme Rules is John Cena with his face colored in American flag.
That's original.
With the Extreme Rules X across the face.
And speaking of John Cena, the next match we have is John Cena versus Rusev in a Russian chain match for the United States Championship. Basically, what they're saying is a four corners match with a chain.
I think so. I think it's kind of like what I wasn't really paying attention the entire Raw Go Home show, but from what I understood, it with the four corners, I would think it'd be kind of like a dog collar match, but I feel like that would be too like brutal and not brutal, but just not PG having these guys in dog collars for the match. But
Well,
I would like that.
I think that what they're gonna do, I think it should be strapped on their neck or whatever, but I think they're gonna do it on their arm or whatnot, so they can't get apart, and then all they have to do is just punch each other until one of them knocks each other out, and then touch the
Yeah,
corners.
yeah. So I have Cena winning.
I have Cena winning as well.
It's a good match because of the four corners. So Rusev isn't pinned or submitted again. It's just he can't win it back and make Cena look less. And Rusev has to go on to bigger and better things, which I really don't know what because they only have one title and that's held by Seth Rollins, and I don't see it going away from Rollins for a while until Lesnar gets back.
And that's the thing that makes it so obvious is that they're trying to keep Rusev as strong as possible, not making him he lost once, and that's what they make it so obvious is that Cena can go over Rusev in this match because he doesn't have to
Yes,
pin him.
yes. And I may have mentioned this in the last predictions video, but I'm mentioning it now if I didn't. I still think that they should have two world titles. They have too much good talent not to have two world titles. I mean, you could have had Roman win the world heavyweight title at Mania and still have Brock or Seth be the WWE champion now. I just don't see why they would do that.
Because they had to have a main event for TLC in 2013.
Damn
But
you! But
yeah, it's obvious my prediction Cena for this match because I mean I am just not interested in this match at all. There's probably like three matches on the card, one being Reigns and Show, another being Bella and Naomi, and then this match being Cena Rusev. I don't care about this match at all. I don't like Cena, and I don't like Rusev as a gimmick character. Does the guy have a good future? Yeah, apparently so, but I don't care for this match. The match I think itself should be good, but the storyline is just not intriguing me.
the reason I think like you and a lot of people don't really care about this match and the Roman match is because it's so obvious he's winning.
Well, not only that, it's just because and they've done this match before. They made the mistake of having it happen at Fastlane and then doing the rematch at Mania when the first match should have happened at Mania. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I'm not a scene.
they needed a challenger for Rusev. They probably should have gone with Ryback, which is what I'm doing in my WWE series for
uh,
Royal Rumble. At
like I
least.
was saying, I'm not a fan of Cena, and they're having him like. I felt like when this feud first started, I felt like this was more about Cena than Rusev. This is just more about WWE trying to get the crowd to cheer Cena again because
It
they
definitely is.
can't cheer Rusev.
It definitely is. And something that I've been thinking about over the past few days is after an interview with Kurt Angle was posted online, like WWE didn't even sit down with Kurt and try and negotiate. They didn't even give him a contract offer. They didn't. That is one a disgrace to Kurt Angle and a disgrace just a disgrace to Kurt Angle and a disgrace to wrestling really. I mean, imagine the pop you see like you have Rusev saying like going into Mania that he has no challengers left and that he's issuing an open challenge at Mania for anybody who wants to come, who wants to face him, and you have Kurt Angle come out.
Right, right.
Imagine the pop you get.
But here's the thing I don't understand. You remember that one Raw when Rock came out and attacked Rusev? Whatever happened to that storyline?
Yeah, I think that's more of a like, okay, so we're setting the seeds that this could happen, but it might not. I really don't know. I think it was just like maybe they had Rock under a contract for a certain amount of days, kind of like Lesnar, and they wanted to use a date for Rock to get something hyped up or something. I don't know. It was a weird thing, but I mean it was a cool moment, but it was still pretty weird.
Right.
And
Now, would you like to announce the main event?
I would. We have the
Well, you don't get to. No, I'm just kidding.
dang it. We have the RKO band in a cage match for the title with Seth Rollins going up and defending his WWE Heavyweight Championship of the World, as Paul Heyman would say it, the GOAT, against Randy Orton with the horrible elbow pads that I absolutely hate.
And Kane is the gatekeeper for this match.
He is.
Who do you have for this one?
I have a feeling he's a gatekeeper so that they could have Seth win dirty. I have a feeling like that this is just all a ploy by the Authority and to make Seth seem like they're not on the same page, and then come Extreme Rules, they're gonna be going like Rollins is gonna be climbing over the top, Orton's gonna be crawling through the door, and Kane's gonna slam the door in Orton's face. It seems very predictable and highly likely that that will happen, keeping the title on Rollins while making Orton not look completely weak. And,
Rollins is current. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say Rollins is my favorite wrestler currently in WWE. If you watched the last prediction video, you know that.
Yes.
But I would like for them to keep it on Rollins, like I said, and to give the belt to Randy. Just think about this for a second. I know that Seth and Randy have some backstory, and I think they're gonna put on an awesome match, especially in the cage and all that, with the title on the line. And I know they have backstory to this, but Randy really hasn't been focused on the title since, after the feud with Bryan ended and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But after, I just feel like Randy doesn't really care about the title that much as he really cares to get revenge on Rollins. So
Which makes sense.
maybe, yeah, it does. Maybe putting Roman in this match too would have been better. Apparently that's rumored for Payback. But I think they're going to keep it on Seth because giving Seth a absolute terrible 1 month title reign would just not be good. Plus the belt looks good on Seth. You can't deny.
Yeah. I really hope when he retains, he just does the swirling thing in the air like he did at Mania. That was the greatest thing ever.
Oh, one thing I did want to point out, yeah, that was awesome, is that. So did you watch the whole Raw last Monday?
I think I know where you're going. I watched the main event.
And the finisher.
I hate it. Hate it.
I hate it too.
See, if you were going to go with a new finisher Rollins, which you shouldn't, I mean, the curb stomp just looks so good and it's so great, especially after that RKO at Mania. How could you ever think of taking it away from Rollins?
And the thing is, it's that I hated the curb stomp actually at first because I felt like his finisher should be some kind of aerial thing since he's so good in the air.
I like the Skywalker that he does, the Seth Walker.
And then
Shirano sliced bread.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
But the way he did the curb stomp, it kind of grew on me. And the fact that now you're gonna take this, start off with doing Drew McIntyre's Future Shock DDT and do a reverse DDT, pretty much a face buster, that doesn't look like it should put somebody away. It doesn't look as sick as an RKO or a curb stomp. It's terrible. I absolutely hate it.
And it really seems like something. It does look like Dirty Deeds a lot, and the Future Shock. I just don't like it. It irks me, especially since WWE hasn't apparently hasn't officially banned the curb stomp.
Sorry, people. If you're hearing that, that's my headset. My volume's getting low, so you're gonna hear a few beeps now and then.
Dang it, Dave.
I'm sorry. I was away from the house.
But yeah, it just doesn't work. And also, so it's a cage match, right?
Right.
No disqualifications, right?
Agreed.
How are they going to enforce the RKO ban? Because
I guess it's really not no DQ. It's pretty much. I mean, everything does apply. Like if somebody gives you a chair, like if Kane gives Rollins a chair, I mean it's okay to use it. But I guess it's more like it's not more like it's
It's like,
illegal to use. It's just kind of like he took it away from him. So it's kind of hard to explain, but I can realize how they're doing that.
yeah, I don't. It that just kind of irks me a bit. How like
Yeah.
in a no DQ match, something that you would use in a normal match is disqualifiable. But
Yeah.
I think that is the entire card. Am I correct?
You are correct, sir. Let me plug in my headset real quick so people aren't hearing that beeping.
Okay.
Come on. Alright, should be good now. Alright, sorry, people.
So that seems to be the end
I
of this.
guess so. It's kind of depressing that we didn't have Silly Talk. I mean, Silly Talk, if you're watching this out there, I really hope that you can join us for Payback, man, or maybe we'll even do like a Extreme Rules review or something.
Yeah, we could always do that.
So I feel like that would be cool, and I know, guys, it's a lot shorter than last time. I think some of you might prefer it because the first one took like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But
This one's
we
probably
hope you
been like
all
26 maybe.
right. One thing I do want to say before we end this video, guys, if you have not checked out my channel recently, be sure to go do so because I just hit 300 subscribers on YouTube, which is super awesome. Thank you all so much. I am going to be planning a live stream on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be TW, obviously. Going to be doing a WWE and TNA series that you don't see me do. It's a modern day on both of them. It's not the one that I canceled on YouTube. Don't worry, it's another one. But yeah, guys, sign up. Check my Twitter too for links and all that. Links will be in the description of my video. So yeah,
Congratulations on 300, of course. And
yes, sir.
I may be doing a stream with him if we want to coordinate with that or not. I don't really know.
You're
But
gonna take all my viewers.
Dave, you have 300 subscribers. I currently have 40.
Well, the video only has 2 views on it at this time, so I might not even have anybody.
Well, that's true. But another thing is I'm gonna use this to promote a few of our series. Dave is doing 2007 Raw Smack WWE. Here's when you had the Raw SmackDown brand split. Honestly, my favorite time in WWE because that's when I really started watching WWE wrestling, and I just enjoyed that era. Push the Undertaker and Benoit.
I'll see what I can do.
Push them to the moon,
Who did you say was the second person?
Benoit. If you don't have much objection to that.
If yeah, I can't speak on that topic, but if he doesn't die, I will try and do my best with him.
All right. What could have been?
I know it. But and I would like to say thank you so much for the kind words. I would like to say that Ben has a awesome WCW series going on. His channel link will be in the description, and he recently started a modern day WWE, which it seems very strange that there are not a lot of mainstay WWE. I've seen a lot of people do like one episode on WWE and then quit. But there are not a lot of mainstay here, and so he just started a 2015 January WWE. Is it the same mod that I linked you to?
It is.
All
And
right, so he just started that. It's really cool. You should check him out. Like I said, links will be in the description below.
the reason I think not a lot of people do those series is because it's a lot of shows to keep up with, especially with like me, the way I book. I tend to do like a lot of combining of storylines for main events, so I might have Orton versus Rollins versus someone else who's feuding with someone else and all that. I didn't
Yeah.
really want to give much away there, but I will be giving this away. I will try and find some sort of storyline to do that I can make a brand split again because I
Oh,
just
nice,
find that a
nice.
lot easier to do. And in doing so, I would, of course, have to take Raw back to 2 hours. I'm currently doing the 3 hour Raw,
That's a
which,
pain.
yeah, 5 hours of WWE programming that I kind of care about. I mean, I could just do like like basically what SmackDown is a recap of Raw. So I could just do it like that. And I really do like the main event thing in there with the B show that you you can do whatever you want on that show, experiment however you want, and you won't lose any popularity doing it. That's the great thing. And your workers will gain popularity because they are on a TV show. Granted,
True.
it's less than an A show, but still there.
Right, right, right. And guys, like I said, thank you so much for tuning in with us. I hope this wasn't too short. And if you feel
Or
the
too
need, leave
long.
your prediction. Yeah, right. Leave your predictions down below in both of our channels. Let us know who you think is gonna win. Let us know if you like the card, you hate it, you absolutely hate it, you absolutely hate that AJ's gone, and you feel for me and you want to send me gifts. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, AJ.
So that's awesome. Thank you, Ben, for joining me here. I know that it was a pretty busy day for you. I just got back from a workout, so it's been kind of a relaxing day for me. But yeah, this is fun. I'm definitely
Relaxing
looking
day.
forward to
You
doing
just
this
got back
again.
from a workout.
No,
I just
I'm
got
just
back
sitting in
from
a
school.
recliner recording here with you, so I'm very relaxed.
I am also sitting in a recliner.
All right, we're recliner buddies
Yeah.
for life.
Okay.
That was okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like. No, that's not what I say. Smack that like button down below and comment down below and subscribe. If you are
Well,
new and want to see more content like this, check out Ben's channel in the description below. And thanks so much for watching. Ben, any last words?
well, if you only watch me for some reason and you never have seen Dave Scott, go to his channel. It's some of the best content that you can watch. He does animations, which I no, he does animations, and he also does TEW. Of course, he does a modern New Japan series and the WWE 2007 series. Really excited about that. And
Oh,
he's
you're too kind,
also
senpai.
joined the Tooniverse, so you can look forward to some Montreal Aftermath mod gameplay.
And I will give a little spoiler on the first episode, guys, which should be going out in a few days. That that mod is so terrible. I created a custom company. I'm not hating on the mod creator or whatnot. There is nobody to hire that is not signed for WCW or WWF. It is terrible. So guys, you're gonna get to witness the struggle of the Montreal Aftermath and good old me. So yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us all the way through it. I know that it can be hard